and Saturday. And even if you weren't out here tonight, you can continue to donate throughout the season.
Anyone that buys tickets can donate to Jay's Juniors through checkout. There's a drop down. You can donate as much or as little as you want, and we appreciate it.
I love it. All right, very good. Hey, one other guy I got to talk to here. Let's get out of here, Scott. Get out of here. This is the big guy. Santa is here. Santa.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Give me a little perspective here on the boys and girls of Metro Detroit. What are you seeing in our area?
I got to tell you, I'm seeing a lot of good boys and girls, Jay. Yeah. Fantastic this year, it really is. I'm getting a good report from all the elves.
All right, very good. Well, I trust the elves. If you want more information, we'll get up on the website at fox2detroit.com. But really nice night tonight. We're going to head inside and watch Fox 2 News tomorrow morning because I'm going to take you inside and show you how kind of special this place is. All right, we'll send it back to you.
The Edge at 11 starts now.
Sherrone Moore is out of a job, and I doubt he'll ever be coaching football again.
It's shocking. It's a blow to the university in a time where I thought maybe we were just getting over the hump from some previous issues.
Just like, wow, this is out of the blue. You don't expect to hear that.
I think it's kind of crazy. He has a wife and kids, and he did what he did. But this is something that I believe that Michigan knew about prior, and I think they just need a reason to fire him.
Well, first he was fired. Now he's sitting in the Washtenaw County Jail. The last 24 to 48 hours have been a whirlwind for ex-Michigan football coach Sherrone Moore. Tonight on The Edge, new details continue to emerge, including a 911 call reportedly connected to his wife and a woman who's accusing Moore of attacking and stalking her.
Subject just called the caller, told her there's a male at the location and the house attacking her. The state's been stalking her for months. For the Pittsfield unit's reference to domestic, we just got a call from S1's wife in Ann Arbor saying that the subject is suicidal, losing his job today.
So what does the latest scandal mean for the future of the football program and the athletic director on the heels of Signgate? Fox 2's Lauren Edwards working to get answers. Tonight she joins us live from Ann Arbor. Lauren?
Dave, I can tell you 2 scandals in just as many years. I know it's top of mind for many out here at the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. Let's get into all the details and take a stroll down memory lane because there is so much. Now, head coach Sherrone Moore fired Wednesday over, quote, an inappropriate relationship. That's what the school is saying, with a staffer. Michigan saying that they have, quote, zero tolerance for that. Then later we learn he's been lodged at Washtenaw County Jail awaiting an arraignment. But remember, 2 years ago, it was the Signgate scandal, a scouting scheme, and a sign-stealing operation. The NCAA fining the university millions of dollars. Moore was suspended, and former head coach Jim Harbaugh got a 10-year show cause order, which effectively bans him from the NCAA for 10 years or from being a coach in college. But what does this mean for the athletic director, Ward Manuel? Detroit News' John Neo discussed this same topic on tonight's Sports Office.
You can take each of his coaching incidents and things that he's dealt with over his tenure as athletic director in a vacuum and understand maybe how some of the decisions were made or not made. But when you add that cumulative total of embarrassments and worse in this case, it's kind of hard to see how you can keep him in that position if you're the administration and the Board of Regents, and I think those are the conversations that are happening now.
Now, the arraignment is scheduled for Friday afternoon. Fox 2 will definitely be there. And please stick with Fox 2 for all of your updates. Reporting live here in Ann Arbor, Lauren Edwards on The Edge.
Lauren, are you getting the sense of, a lot of people have talked about the kind of names they want to see for a new coach, but is anyone talking about what accountability should look like so they never have to go through this again, or are they still processing everything like all of us?
I think from a lot of people who I spoke with, processing is definitely what they're doing, but also this is also a legal matter, so they're allowing that process and that aspect to play out. But again, so many people I spoke with think that the football program will forge ahead from this. They're all just processing, though, everything that happened.
All right, Fox 2's Lauren Edwards live in Ann Arbor. Lauren, thank you so much tonight. And we want to invite you to stay with Fox 2 as we work to bring you the latest on this developing story. We will be in court tomorrow morning when former Coach Moore is expected to be arraigned. And you can catch up on all of our coverage because it's been a busy day. Just head over to fox2detroit.com and use the Fox Local app. All right, well, it's another day and another proposed data center, this time in Van Buren Township. That's where Fox Cam spotted an open house where people were learning about this possible development dubbed Project Cannoli. You heard that right. We're still not sure why that's the name, but Pan and Tony Data Center Group is behind the effort, and they've been working on this project and in this industry of data center construction for years. Their latest structure would span about 3 buildings and run along I-94 from Hagerty to Hannon Roads, but many Van Buren area residents and business owners say they don't want it. They're citing environmental concerns and electric bills that they say could skyrocket.
There's environmental concerns, the water, nature, like wildlife, like where is everything going to go? I get so angry when I come out opposed to it and people say, well, you're using your phone. Well, 20 years ago, we didn't need data centers for that.
There's also the surveillance where everything is monitoring you. And at one point, they're going to have enough pictures and videos and audio that they can say we did anything they wanted to.
We actually went out and found land that was zoned data center by right. So the township's master plan said this is where they want data centers. So we're not asking the township or the community to put a data center where they don't want it, right? This is where it was planned to be.
Well, supporters say state law and regulations will prevent utility rates from going up if the project is built. There are currently about 10 data centers either proposed or approved across the state so far. All right, well, tempers are heating up. Well, temperatures were heating up there. And, you know, everywhere else, it's still pretty icy and cold. Weather Authority Rich Litterman is here. Rich, any relief on the way?
Not really, Dave. It's going to be next week when we have a pattern change. It's going to bring us some milder air. But let me show you the snow totals since November when the snow first started flying. At Metro Airport, a little over a foot of snow. We should be a little more than 4 inches. So about 8 inches above average so far this early season. Remember, it's the middle of December. We have a good 10 weeks to go before we even start thinking about spring. Here's that weak system passing to our south and west. There is some snow over Illinois and Indiana. Around here, just some flurries lingering close to New Baltimore and Anchor Bay. Some heavier snow showers east of us with the lake effect. And you can see down near Cleveland, Erie, PA, also well east of Sarnia and Port Huron, some snow showers. But 28 degrees, that's all we could muster today with all the clouds and the flurries. Right now, a lot of us in the middle 20s. There's that breeze. Wind chills for most of us near 20, give or take, so it's not all that harsh with the wind. 21 Marquette, 31 Cincy. Cold air is going to be with us for the next 4 days. In fact, a reinforcing shot of cold air comes in Saturday night and Sunday. Another system stays south of us over the weekend. So a few more flurries tonight. Even tomorrow night, some flurries, but that's your Friday forecast. And there it is for the middle part of next week. How about 40 degrees, maybe even warmer? A full check starting at 4 a.m.
This person is a nemesis of society. He's a monster. He should never be out of jail, in my opinion. I mean, this guy was going for the jugular.
A 74-year-old Detroit man will be spending the next 7 to 15 years behind bars for slashing a little girl's throat. Gary Lansky attacked Seda Mashra with a knife at a park on the city's west side last year. He pleaded guilty but mentally ill to assault with intent to murder, and that did not sit well with the attorney representing the victim's family. The girl also had a message for her attacker along with her mom, who had a lawyer read her statement.
That day, nothing has been the same. My daughter still smiles sometimes, but it's not the same smile. It's the kind of smile that hides tears. Behind it, she's broken inside. At night, she wakes up shaking, crying from the same nightmare that never really ends.
Judge, she says she's afraid to speak in front of him.
I feel scared, nervous, and after this accident happened to me, I didn't want to go to sleep. I didn't want to go to the park. I didn't want to do anything. I feel like if I go outside, somebody would try and drag me or kill me.
Is there anything you would like to say to the court before the court imposes the sentence?
Just how sorry I am to the family for what I've done.
What would you say to him?
Stay in jail forever and never come out.
Regardless whether his mental health or non-mental health, the fact is that anyone that could do that to a little child should never be out in the public.
So the sentence wasn't good enough?
The sentence wasn't good enough, in all sincerity. Absolutely not.
She's so brave. Sata's attorney says that he's pushing for a law that would step up security and set up security cameras at playgrounds across the state. They want to name that law after her. Well, new tonight, a Michigan man convicted of a murder he did not commit 50 years ago is renewing his push for freedom. Now, back in 1976, a jury found Edwin Langston guilty of first-degree murder after another man stole from a South Haven store and shot and killed the owner. Even though Langston never pulled the trigger, a loophole in the law allowed him to be convicted of murder because he helped the killer. 4 years later, the state Supreme Court reworked that law, adding a statute that made malice or intent to kill an essential element. Now, this means Langston would never have been serving life in prison if he was charged 4 years later in 1980. Now he's asking the justices to overturn the conviction. If they side with him, nearly 100 other prisoners could get a new lease on life. Well, the Michigan Senate passing bills that would make it easier to obtain a personal protection order under Michigan's current PPO process. Someone who gets a protective order must ensure the order is served before it takes effect. Now, that often means the petitioner has to pay fees for police to serve the order or designate someone they know to do it for them. If the bills pass, law enforcement would have to serve a PPO right away. Once it is issued by a judge, the bills now head over to the State House. Well, Romulus police are urging drivers to watch out for school buses dropping off students after a driver disregarded a flashing stop sign and nearly crashed into a child. It's just chilling. What a close call there. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. Now we're told the driver took off but is now facing charges.
Well, I was just rolling out of bed. It was about 7:15 in the morning when the pager went off, and it says we need search and rescue to respond for a individual that is stuck in quicksand.
Yeah, you heard that one right. One man got trapped in quicksand. We'll tell you where coming up when The Edge continues.